Welcome back to Children's Bible Story Time. Today I just have one story for us because it's a little bit of a longer one, but I have really grown to love this story. And so I'm excited to read it to you today, and I hope that you like it as much as I do. It's called Gilly Greenweed's Gift for Granny, a book about showing love. So this is going to be Gilly, the little girl frog. And then, of course, this is Granny. We're going to read about showing love to others. Sound good? Let's get started. This book was written by Michael P. Waite and illustrated by Barbara DeRosa. Deep in the reeds and the bogwater weeds that grow in the shallows of Pollywog Pond, a small cottage rests 'neath the wild watercress, the coziest hut on the bog and beyond. This is where they live. How colorful. Snug in this cranny lives dear little Granny, who just had a birthday a short while ago. This birthday is why Gilly Greenweed stopped by to stay with her Granny a few days or so. Oh my, they had fun. They swam in the sun. They went for a stroll by the shore. They chatted with frogs and with turtles on logs and picked purple plants by the shore. So there's Gilly visiting her Granny, and they've gone swimming, talked to frogs and turtles, and picked flowers. How fun! They stayed up all night by the soft firelight, working on puzzles and sipping on tea. They chattered and giggled, they snuggled and wiggled, till Gilly dozed off on her grandmother's knee. So look at all this fun they've had. They have a fire, they've done puzzles, had tea, and now Gilly has fallen asleep. Early next morning, with Granny still snoring, Gilly got breakfast set on a tray. "Oh my, what is this?" Granny said with a kiss. "What a marvelous present to start off my day." So look, Gilly has cooked breakfast for her grandma and brought it to her in bed. How sweet. Just then came a rap and a rat-a-tat-tap, and in through the doorway came Cousin McMo. That dapper young fella set down his umbrella and out of his coat took a box with a bow. "I stopped by, you know, just to say cheerio," he stated while tipping his hat, "and to give you this present. You'll find it quite pleasant. Happy birthday, best wishes, all that." So look, there is Cousin McMo, and he's brought a present for Granny. "Now I must hurry off," he exclaimed with a cough. "I'm playing some polo today." "Tally-ho, off I go," parted Cousin McMo, and he gallantly galloped away. The gift was a necklace of seashells with speckles, pretty as stars in the sky. But Gilly felt awful for not being thoughtful. "I've got no gift for Granny," she sighed. So there's Cousin McMo leaving. He's dropped off his present and left. And the present is this sparkly necklace. At noontime they napped and they lunched and relaxed out in the cool of the weeds. And while Granny dozed with both her eyes closed, Gilly wove a present from reeds. Just as she finished her basket for Granny, a buzzing sound shattered the air. Out of the sky came a big dragonfly and landed not far from her chair. So Gilly is making Granny a present while she sleeps. But here comes another visitor. I wonder who it is. Down from the wing of that big buggish thing descended Aunt Olga and old Uncle Gip. By their bright rosy clothes, Little Gilly supposed that they'd come from a tropical trip. "Howdy do," shouted Olga. "We came like we told ya. We just been to Billabong Bay, where we got you this gifty. It's real neato nifty. We're sure awful sad we can't stay." So here they come. They're bringing a present for Granny, but they can't stay. Then old Uncle Gib, with the speed of a whip, was snapping off photos like mad. They waved and they cried, "Send a postcard, goodbye," and they buzzed away looking quite sad. Poor Gilly's eyes opened wide with surprise as out of the box came a pot and some teacups so tiny, so silvery shiny. "What good is my basket?" she thought. So they're leaving, and they left her a gift, a teapot and teacups. And now Gilly feels like her present's not going to be good enough. All through the night, Gilly worked in a fright till her poor little back had grown stiff. "I have failed," Gilly wailed, "though I've pasted and nailed. I can't make a good enough gift. But I have to keep trying," she muttered while crying, "or Granny will think I don't care. Oh, what can I give her to prove that I love her?" She dropped to her bed in despair. Look at all of that craft stuff on the floor. Gilly has been working hard. Long before dawn, Granny woke with a yawn, and there at the foot of her bed sat a huge wooden box as heavy as rocks, with a little note written in red. That note said, "To Granny, this gift is from Gilly. I know that it's not very good, but I want you to know that I do love you so, and I'd give you the world if I could." Whatever could be in this box, wondered Granny. She lifted and prodded and pried. So there's the box that Gilly has left for Granny. Now what's inside? And what a surprise! Just imagine her eyes when she found Gilly sleeping inside. "Oh, Granny," said Gilly, feeling quite silly, "I've nothing to give you, you see. I worked all night through, but the best I could do was to give you a box full of me." So look who was right inside the box. It was Gilly. "What a marvelous, glorious, beautiful present," cried Granny while hugging her girl. "I'd rather have you and the sweet things you do than all of the gifts in the world." So Granny really liked her gift. She just wanted to spend time with Gilly anyway. Now if you should happen past Pollywog Pond and secretly peek from above, you'll still find our Gilly showing that really the very best present is love. So look, there they are, Gilly and Grandma. And the verse that this book wants you to remember is, "My command is this, love each other as I have loved you." John 15:12. I hope you enjoyed that book as much as I do. It's one of my favorites now. Thank you so much for joining me for Children's Bible Story Time every week. I have so much fun reading these books with you, and I hope that you're enjoying it too. Don't forget to join me back here next week for another story together. Bye, friends.